Hey everyone, welcome back to UK Life Logs. If you're in the UK on a visa and it's about to expire, you might be wondering, can I still work while waiting for a decision on my application? Well, I've been in this exact situation, and in this video, I'll share my personal experience navigating the process, including what you and your employer need to do to stay compliant with UK immigration rules. Just a quick disclaimer, this is based on my personal journey and not legal advice, so always check official sources for the latest updates. Now let's get into it. So here's what happened to me. My visa was about to expire, but I'd already submitted my application for an extension. I was worried that I keep working while waiting for a decision. Will my employer need to stop me from working? After some research, I found out that under Section 3C of the Immigration Act, 1971, I was legally allowed to stay and continue working in the UK, as long as my new visa application was submitted before my current one expired. But there was one more thing my employer needed to do. Since I couldn't show my employer a valid visa after its expiry, they had to request verification from the Employer Checking Service, ECS. This is a system run by the Home Office that confirms whether someone has the right to work while waiting for a visa decision. Employers must submit an ECS request if they hire someone with a pending visa application or appeal. Without this, they could face penalties for employing someone illegally, even if the person has a legitimate application in process. Let me walk you through how this works step by step. Step 1. The employer submits an ECS request to the Home Office. Step 2. The Home Office reviews the application. It takes about 5 working days to get a response. Step 3. If the application is valid, the employer will receive a positive verification notice, which proves the individual can continue working legally. But what happens if your visa expires before your employer gets the PVN? The good news is, you can continue working legally while waiting for the response, as long as your application was submitted before your visa expired. When should employers use ECS? Employers must request ECS in the following situations. 1. New workers with a pending visa application, before they start working. Existing workers whose visa has expired but have applied for an extension or a new visa within 21 days after the visa expiry. 3 workers with expired passports but a valid indefinite leave to remain (ILR) sticker after they apply for a reissued document. This step is crucial because the ECS response can take up to 5 working days, and employers need to have proof that they've followed the rules. If your visa expires before you receive the ECS response, don't panic. You are still legally allowed to work under Section 3C protection. However, once your employer gets the PVN, it will be valid for 6 months, or until your application is decided. So it's important to follow up and make sure your employer submits the ECS request on time. Now let's go step by step and see how to submit an ECS request. First, your employer needs to visit the official Home Office Employer Checking Service page. I've added the link in the description below so they can easily access it. Before your employer begins the application, they need to have your details ready. This includes your full name, date of birth, nationality, job title, your work address, number of hours you work per week, your Home Office application reference number. It's important they have all this information before they start, so the process is smooth and avoids delays. Once they have all the details, they can start the application. In my video, I'll walk you through the exact steps to fill out the form correctly. Your employer will need to enter your details carefully, confirm that you have a pending visa application, and submit the request. It's straightforward, but any mistakes can slow things down, so double check everything before submitting. After submitting the request, your employer will receive a confirmation email. The Home Office usually responds within 5 working days, so it's important to keep an eye on their inbox. If the request is approved, they will receive a positive verification notice, PVN, which confirms you have the right to work while your visa application is pending. The PVN will be valid for 6 months, or until a decision is made on your application. From my experience, the key takeaway is always apply for your visa extension before your current visa expires. This way, you stay under Section 3C protection and avoid any gaps in your right to work. Also, make sure your employer understands the ECS process so they can verify your work status smoothly. If you're in this situation, don't stress, you're not alone. But always double check with official UK government sources for any updates. I hope this video helped clear up some confusion. If you found this useful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more content about UK visas, immigration and life in the UK. Have you gone through this process before? Share your experience in the comments below. I'd love to hear how it went for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.